Hi. Well, my name is Vanessa, and I've suffered from depression since I was a teenager, basically, with very little explanation or investigation as to why I was depressed. Doctors quickly diagnosed me with mental disorders and prescribed me many different medications, including antidepressants, SSRIs, antipsychotics, even anti-anxiety and mood stabilizers. I took these medications for years without realizing the devastating effects that these medications would eventually have on me. For the duration of 20 years, I was prescribed these medications by psychiatrists, totaling 14 different medications, all of them resulting with me feeling worse. They mostly had a sedating effect. I felt like an emotionless zombie, really. Like I was basically dead inside. Some of them made me gain massive amounts of weight and had me even feeling suicidal. One day, about 2 years ago, I sat down with my dad and discussed with him how horrible I'd been feeling. And he said something to me that would eventually change my life. He said, how can it be that you are taking all these medications that they're prescribing to you to make you feel better and to have you feeling healthy minded and you're having suicidal thoughts? He suggested that I stop taking these medications. So after that, I spoke to my doctor and she gave me, and I requested that she help me wean off of these medications. And she gave me a real hard time with my request to wean me off of them and only kept suggesting that I tried different ones. I felt completely unheard, misunderstood, and I felt hopeless as if the only way out for people feeling depressed is to take the medications and talk therapy, which wasn't working. It never helped me at all. So what I did is not really recommended, but I just stopped taking them cold turkey because I was feeling suicidal. It was the doctor refused to help me wean, so this is what I did. And in the following months, I experienced very difficult mental withdrawal symptoms. It was a devastating feeling of hopelessness and despair. There seemed to be no meaning to my life, in my opinion, and everything just looked gray. I couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I was seeing a traditional therapist at the time who also wasn't very helpful. She didn't seem very sincere in her care. And this was a common experience I had with many therapists in the past. I would normally eventually get tired of going because it just seemed like a waste of time and I felt unheard and it wasn't helping me. I've had a number of therapists, all with similar endings. Then I met Hayat. This is where my story began to change. A friend of the family, of my family, suggested that I go see Hayat for a Reiki session, and she was raving about her. She felt that Hayat could possibly help me. Because she could possibly be the person I just needed to talk to. I am so grateful that I listened to our friend. Because I didn't realize until I met Hayat that there's another way to heal myself. Hayat's approach is completely different from any other therapy I've experienced in my life. She made me feel understood, and more importantly, for the first time, I felt that I wasn't damaged and there isn't anything wrong with my brain other than deep-rooted, unresolved trauma and core beliefs. She took the time and the understanding to get to the bottom of why I was feeling the way that I was feeling for so many years. Her more spiritual and personalized approach has helped me in such an enormous way in recovering from that hold that my own mind has had on me. During our sessions, we've tried I've actually been introduced to so many methods and techniques, exercises that have been super valuable in getting to know my true self and becoming self-aware. Although I'm still a work in progress, as we all are in this life, I now am a person who only takes natural supplements and practices the self-healing methods that I implement in my daily life that I have learned through working with Hayat. I learned so much about myself, and now I know that I was never sick. My brain was never sick or defective. I have never had a chemical imbalance or any of these other diagnoses that they gave me. I only had a complete disconnect from my mind, body, and soul, which is now balanced and in alignment. I cannot thank. I'm a true believer in her work. I know that if I had never met her, I would have continued to be living in this never-ending loop which is of medications, hopelessness, and in other words, I would absolutely still be a victim of psychiatric medicine. Now I have a renewed sense of self. I no longer feel like a mentally ill person because I'm not mentally ill. I never was. I'm still working with Hayat to this day, and I can truly say that I'm well on my way to becoming my highest self and reaching self actualization. I cannot thank her enough. I now have a clear mind. My personality is back. My mind is sound. I feel like the real Vanessa again, the one that I was before the negative things of the world tried to suppress me. I wanted to share my testimony with everybody because I believe that there's so many people in this world suffering the way that I was, who may believe that medications and therapy are the only answer. Um, and that is absolutely not true. Many of these people have tried the things that the therapy and the medications, and they may still be feeling horrible and may be living in their own confinement of their own mind. They may think that there is no help out there and there is no hope, and that the only help there is for depression, anxiety, or PTSD is just another pill. But I'm here to give this testimony as proof that there is another way, a healthier way that isn't just a band-aid for the real issues. As anything worthwhile, of course, it takes a lot of inner work, but I've learned that the only way out is in, and healing from these things really is an inside job. With the guidance of a knowledgeable and truly caring professional like Hayat, and making the commitment to heal, I know that anybody that is currently suffering, no matter how severe or deep their trauma is, can reach their highest self without ever having to swallow a pill and go on to live a beautiful life, because that's what life should be about.
It's beautiful.